My name's Dean Windass and you're watching Mariners TV.
The season's underway, 3-0 win against Mickleover. I guess there's stuff there that you can improve on, but overall, was it a good day?
Great day in terms of result, yeah. Can't ask for much more first day. As you say, Danny, there's lots for us to work on, which is great. 3-0 victory, and we'll come out of it going like, yeah, there's lots we can get better at. So great day all around. I mean, it's just things like clean sheet, obviously. Defended set pieces really well, and we obviously scored off a set piece, which was our aim. One of our aims this season is to get better at both ends in terms of free kicks, throw-ins, corners. So that's another plus point that's come out of today.
Before today, we had about 6 months without a competitive game. Long way for the fans, long way for us. Just to have it kicked off with that sort of goal in the first minute must have been amazing to see.
Absolutely, yeah. What a finish that was. So yeah, we're working really well. Really good setback. Taloni's picked up the top corner really well. So really pleasing start to the game, and I thought we got on top for 15, possibly 20 minutes, and then we just lost our way a little bit, and they came back into it, hit the post, and had some situations where they maybe could have done better. Second half, they've hit the post again, and they've had 1-2 cleared off the line, I think. So they've played their part in a competitive game. Probably people will look at the scoreline and go, it wasn't competitive, but it certainly was, and we've kind of done well to come out with a 3-0.
I guess one of those main talking points before the game was the selection of Darius Asai and John Shaw, two players who hadn't sort of started the game in pre-season. What was the thinking behind that, and how pleased were you to have them back on the pitch?
Yeah, tough. Obviously, we thought Darius has looked exceptionally sharp, not just in the minutes he's got on the past couple of games, but just in training generally. And we thought he would give us that added threat. Obviously, Alex Kempster being injured was obviously forced our hand a little bit, and then obviously Shawsy with his experience. We just thought, yeah, well, he's John looks after himself exceptionally well. He's come back from his calf injury, looking fit in training. We thought, yeah, we'll stick him in. So yeah, look, again, it's difficult decisions all over the place with the squad we've got together. There's obviously people who are disappointed not to be in the squad. There's people who are disappointed not to get on the pitch off the bench today, but that's the situation we're in. We've got to deal with it.
To have a crowd back in today as well, it makes such a difference, isn't it? We had no crowd last week, 600 in today. How beneficial was it to have those behind you today?
That was brilliant, really good. It's obviously it's not a normal crowd in terms of numbers and being vocal, but they did the best they can to help the lads, and obviously it was a fantastic row at the first minute. They almost scored the goal, but yeah, it's fantastic to have people back in. There's nothing quite the same as playing football in front of a crowd. It's obviously difficult, and we understand the situations and the reasoning why, but yeah, we're glad to be back in front of our supporters.
Obviously very early days in the season. How important is it to kick off with a win in it and to sort of get that ball rolling early doors?
Yeah, you need momentum. So I haven't even looked at any results yet, but we look after ourselves. We know the games are coming thick and fast, so it's now a case of assess where the lads are at tomorrow in terms of tiredness, because that'll come into it. That'll be a factor for Tuesday's selection. There might possibly be a few changes there to freshen things up, we'll see. But in terms of momentum going into the season, you want to get off to a quick start, particularly this season, because it obviously has a lot of uncertainty around it. So yeah, if we can get off to a really quick start, that's what we're looking for.
Obviously a lot of noise about this game before the game, about whether there'd be a crowd in, whether the game would go ahead at all. Was it difficult at all to focus, or was it just a case of...
No, well, obviously we were hoping that we were allowed to get the supporters in. Obviously thankful we have. Again, from the little bits and pieces I've seen around the ground, everyone was socially distant as best they can and wearing masks, and looked like everyone was behaving themselves. So credit to our supporters for the way they've conducted themselves. So yeah, hopefully that'll be the springboard for us to get more people back in now.
After on Tuesday we've got to Warrington in the FA Cup, obviously a massive game against an opponent we know a lot about. You must be expecting a really, really tough game there.
We always get a tough game against Warrington, doesn't matter if it's at their place or ours, but yeah, Paul gets them really well organised, they're tough to play against, and we always have competitive games, so I'm sure Tuesday will be no different.
Just on team selection for Tuesday, obviously Alex missed out today. Do you think he's got a chance for Tuesday, and is there anyone else do you think he might have a chance for that one?
Possibly. It's hard to tell at the minute. He's got a bruised foot, so sometimes it can take a few days. So we'll just assess, get Andy to have a look at the lads. We'll see what comes after. Obviously, give the lads maybe the next 12 hours or so to see how they wake up in the morning, and then we'll take it from there and see what sort of squad we're going to amass for Tuesday. But we know that whichever team we put out, we'll be hugely competitive.